Hey everyone, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your daily forecast for the day of Thursday, January 4th, 2018. Weird to say that. I wanted to say 2017 for a second, but it's 2018, so I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone out there. I hope you had a great New Year, and I hope you had great holidays as well. Christmas, whatever it is that you celebrate, I hope you had tons of fun doing that. I'm so sorry that I have been MIA for about, what, 2 weeks now? I did not intend for it to be that long. If anything, I thought I would be back when I got back from my vacation on Saturday, but I ended up coming down with a little bit of a sickness. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. My voice sounds funny to me, but I came down with a little bit of a virus, both me and my mom. The last few days of my trip, I haven't been feeling well at all, so I've been trying to recover for that. I felt it coming for most of this month. I knew there was something that was not right with me and my body, and I was trying to prevent it from getting worse, and I think just being away, traveling at the airport just kind of did it to me. So hopefully, now that the worst has happened, hopefully the worst has happened, I'll get better from here on out with my videos, okay? I do want to do monthlies. I have the notes all down written for them, so I'll see if I can get those up soon or this weekend instead, so just be on the lookout for that, okay? Another thing that I wanted to do is I just wanted to get my cup over here, take a little sip. You know, I gotta keep the throat over here nice. I don't know if y'all know, some of you have talked to me about the schools that you're part of, but I did graduate from the University of Georgia back in 2010, so as you know, I am a Dogs fan, and we didn't do too bad, if I do say so myself, on this last game that we had, so I just wanted to have a little fun with you all for a second. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into your horoscope and stop talking, and I'll give you an update maybe tomorrow on some other stuff going on with me, with my job and all of that. So I got lots of good news there to share with you that I will tomorrow, all right? But today for your horoscope, what we've got going on, first thing in the morning, midnight, today, January 4th, Utah time, we've got the moon right here in a conjunction with the north node. I personally love moon north node days, okay? Moon south node days are rough. They're not easy, but moon north node days to me are really good because there's a lot of forward momentum, especially in Leo, a fire sign here. Lots of passion to move forward, to do something that's important to you, that you really like, that you really enjoy, since Leo a lot of times rules your heart. So I think there's a lot of that to go around today, starting to feel like, okay, maybe we can move forward, maybe we can do some things that we need to do that we really want, okay? After, or right about the same time that the moon makes this conjunction to the north node, though, it's also going to come into a square here with both Mars and Jupiter, which are currently conjunct here in Scorpio, okay? So this is kind of an interesting thing where we're feeling kind of good here about our life, about where our life is going, like we can finally make progress, finally move forward on some things that we want to move forward on, but they're still here with the Mars-Jupiter stuff, lots of change before you can feel like you can move forward. Lots of inner stuff you need to work out, inner fears, inner insecurities, maybe also stuff with money you get here, sex and intimacy with Scorpio too, that you need to work out as well before you can finally begin to find the happiness that you want, before you finally can begin to hit your stride, to move forward, to make the progress that it is that you need to make. So it's kind of like an interesting, like feeling good, but maybe having some fears and worries and feeling kind of scared and intense and really needing to make the changes you need to make. Feel the feelings inside, even if they're scary, so that it is that you can move forward, okay? I'm just going to tell you right now, this month is going to be a very intense, transformative, life-changing month, okay? Of course, with Jupiter and Mars here conjunct together, which is happening today and yesterday, being a big thing, but a bunch of planets here are going to come over Pluto, too, in the next few days and weeks as well, making this a month of intense change, of going deep inside yourself, figuring out what's bothering you, what's been holding you back for so long, and trying to overcome it, transform it, and move into new chapters in better and different ways, okay? And to just change. And this isn't the Gemini kind of change, you know, that is like, oh, I'll just wear something different today, or I'll just change my makeup. You know, I like to do a lot of that stuff. This is the Scorpio kind of change that says, no, you have to stick with this change that's going on. You have to go deep into the heart of what hurts you here in order to overcome it, in order to pass through it. And I think that's what you're trying to deal with today, is feeling good, feeling like there's something coming perhaps on the other side, like you're moving forward, making progress, but at the same time knowing there's some deep things you have to work out first, and just needing to go there needing to go there and do it, and it'll be fine in the end. Okay, and I think if you can do that and make the changes you need to make to be happier, to do more of the things that you want and need to do in order to move your life in the right direction, towards the middle of the day and the end, things are going to get better, because the moon shortly after that is going to come in here to a trine with Mercury around 11 a.m. Utah time, which is really going to help you think, I want to say, about your plans for the future, about what it is that you're doing. Come up with new strategies to do some things that you've been wanting to do for a while. It's going to help you to do that. It's also going to help you perhaps to adjust your belief systems to get on board with where your life is going, but first needing to deal with these deep uncomfortable feelings and fears and make some more changes before your beliefs can fall into place, before you can maybe adjust your beliefs or start to think perhaps in a better way that is going to help you to begin to move your life in a new and in a better and in the right direction for you. Okay, so that's going to happen there. Then after that, at 4 p.m. Utah time, the moon is going to come over here and it's going to trine Uranus. Here also helping you to break free in some big way, and to feel more free and more comfortable, to be yourself, to be who you are, to do what it is that you want, that's important to you. Could also be some unexpected things that do come up at 4 o'clock at night as well, that are very important to you, that hopefully push you forward on your journey in some way too. So I really do see the end of the day, I think, shaping up quite nicely here with this fire trine kind of coming in, because Uranus is like in a loose trine over here to Mercury, which is what, 3 degrees away from Uranus. But I think there could be a lot of things at the nighttime, towards the middle of the day and at the night, that happen a lot quicker than they have been, that kind of start coming together. Hopefully that these unexpected things aren't too hard for some of you, but I really do see things at the end of the day starting to come together. You're starting to feel like, you know, you're able to break free from some things that have been holding you back. Move forward. Think about the future and where your life is going in a much better and much more positive way. But it really just depending on at the beginning of the day. And this square to Mars and Jupiter is going to happen at 3 a.m. in the morning, so pretty early. But it's just a matter at the beginning of the day of not being afraid of your feelings, not being afraid of what's hurting you, not being afraid of what's coming up, and to take that and to transform it so that you can start to think about it in the right ways and get more of that clarity that you need, and figure out what it is that you need to do to more fully let yourself perhaps do something new here, and do something that's better for you, okay, and move into new chapters. All right, so that's what's going on there. And then at, of course, the very, very end of the day, actually into tomorrow, this isn't going to happen today, the moon's going to move into Virgo, calming things down a bit, making things more about planning and strategizing here, and it's going to trine Saturn as well, bringing a little bit more stability into your day here, and making you a little bit more serious about where life is going and how you can put the plans in place to get to where it is that you need to be, okay? But that's what I've got for you for today. Other things that are happening in the background here is, I did mention Mars in conjunction with Jupiter. That was a big thing I talked about in my reading. It's a big thing, not just today, but that's been going on for the past few days, for a while here, needing to make sure you pay attention to what's happening inside you, and that you make the changes that you need to make. Any hard feelings, especially with Jupiter around, I think are meant for you to heal them, that are coming to you for a purpose and for a reason, to move forward. And I think if you just take the first step towards dealing with the hard feelings and dealing with intimacy and money and sexuality and all of that stuff, I think you're going to find out it's going to be a lot easier than you thought to put everything in a better place than it originally seemed like it would be with this coming in. Okay, of course, with Mars and Jupiter in a square to the nodes as well, it's also very important that you make these changes and you pay attention to what's going on inside you here, so that you don't miss important steps, miss important things that you're going to need later on. moving forward, okay? So that's going on there. We also do have here the Sun and Venus in a conjunction coming in. So lots of thought about relationships. Again, money. Scorpio likes to think about relationships and money as well, although in a very different way than Venus. But a lot of stuff coming in, maybe having to rearrange relationships, rearrange your money in order to feel more comfortable with it, in order to have the relationships that are right for you and that are meant for you, okay? Venus in Capricorn is not like a very loving kind of relationship kind of energy. It's more of a, I got things to do. Who is going to help me? Who is not going to help me here? And I think maybe that's what you're trying to figure out. What people you need in your life and how and in what way. I'm making some changes there to make sure you have the right people and the money that it is that you need. Venus in Capricorn too, you may have to spell things out for people and not mince your words so that they understand what it is that you're trying to say here, okay? Don't bulldoze people. That might be a thing that comes in here a lot. Try to be understanding if you can in some way, especially with Venus coming what? What degree is it right here? Especially, okay, yeah, especially with Venus right here at 13 degrees coming off a square to, a sextile to Neptune here. Remember to be intuitive here, to listen to what you're saying on the inside as well, and to be compassionate with people, but also don't forget to do what you need to do here to make sure you've got the right people on board with you and to make the changes that it is that you need in relationships. Doing a lot of that, okay? That's kind of cool. The Sun and Venus here also making the sextile to Neptune here, but also sextiling Mars and Jupiter. So I am so sorry. So a lot going on in my throat here and in my head, a lot of congestion. But I think what's going on is if you can figure out what relationships you want and what money you need, it's going to open some doors for you to feel much better about yourself on the inside, and it's going to help you to make some big changes that it is that you need to make in life. But maybe a big thing too is just thinking about where your life is going and starting to think about how you can begin to build on that and move forward in a positive way. So a lot going on there with Capricorn. I know I haven't spent as much time on that as I should because I haven't been here the past 2 weeks, but there's a lot I could probably say maybe later as this unfolds about all this Capricorn stuff going on here, especially as it meets with Pluto. Just really trying to figure out where your life is going in a really big way and to start to move forward on it. And I think you're trying to make all the changes here to overcome an old life, to move past some things from the past here so that you really can begin to do something you enjoy, step into it, and have the life that really resonates with you and that you really want. Okay? What else? And then another thing just to keep in mind is that I'll erase all of this for you. Another thing to keep in mind is that Mercury too, this is not exact today with what's going on, but Mercury also is coming very slowly here into a trine with Uranus and a square to Chiron, okay, which could bring up some uncomfortable feelings for you about your beliefs, about something new that you're doing, about how you're thinking about doing something new, or some new strategies you're trying to put in place here in your life in some way. And again, needing to be okay with things not feeling comfortable right now. With you not thinking your strategy is gonna work, you know, your strategy can change, your plans can change, you know, but you gotta at least get an initial plan in place before you can move forward, even if it's uncomfortable. And I think you have to be okay with, as we're trying to bring everything together and make the changes in our life and do what we need to do and move forward here, you have to be okay with things not feeling quite right, okay, as we work some of the details out. All right, I'm just gonna leave it there at that for now so I can blow my nose. Now your card, I didn't shuffle these beforehand, but I'll shuffle them now. All right. Your card for the day, I like this one, is, ooh, I love it, the Six of Cups upright. this is a card of really nostalgia, of going back to the past, of going back to get things that you thought that you needed and bringing them forward into new chapters. That's what I see a lot with this card. It's normally a joyful card, very happy, bright. Maybe this has a lot to do with all of the the Scorpio energy, since I do see cups representing water signs in a lot of ways. Did I show you this card? I don't remember. But this could be the Scorpio energy here. I think there's a lot of internal stuff that you're trying to dig out and trying to understand and trying to heal and trying to make sense of. And it may require you today to go back to the past to get some things in order to bring them into new chapters. And don't be afraid to get some things that you missed from the past that you need and bring them forward, and to let some things go that need to let go of from the past as well, so that you can begin to feel much better in where it is that you're going. And the past is going to be a major thing. I haven't talked about it much yet, but with an eclipse over here happening on the south node, we're coming into a major few months here at the eclipses in February, where we're going to have to go back to the past to get some things that it is that we missed, and really work on these things from the past to heal them and to bring them forward. And I think maybe now we're trying to figure out what did we miss that we needed, that we didn't do a few months ago, and how can we start to heal these things, make them better, and take them into new chapters and do in different ways. And I think that is what I got for you today. All right, so I hope that helped. Thank you so much for being patient with me and for hanging in there with me. I'm still a little sick, so you might have to hang in there with me for a little bit longer, but thank you so much for all your messages and for reaching out to me and for being so caring and concerned, some of you, about my health and about where I am. So I really appreciate that, and I hope that you all have a good day. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you later.